This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hey there, I'm Zach Crenshaw with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Tracking your top headlines right now. In anticipation of the Supreme Court possibly overturning Roe v. Wade, Oklahoma lawmakers have passed one of the country's strictest abortion laws. It would ban abortions from the moment of fertilization. Like the Texas law, this would allow private citizens to sue abortion providers who knowingly perform or induce an abortion on a pregnant woman. The bill makes an exception for medical emergencies or if the pregnancy was a result of rape, sex assault, or incest reported to law enforcement. Oklahoma's House of Representatives approving the legislation Thursday. Republican Governor Kevin Stitt is expected to sign it into law. Well, as President Biden works to strengthen relationships with South Korea, he's also signed key legislation to help aid Ukraine in their fight against Russia. While overseas, Biden signed a $40 billion aid package. The legislation includes $20 billion for their military, $8 billion in general economic support, $5 billion to address global food shortages, and more than $1 billion to provide health and medical help for refugees. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky tweeting that the aid is needed more than ever, and he thanked the U.S. for its support. Well, a federal judge is not letting the Biden administration get rid of a Trump-era rule keeping migrants in Mexico. The White House planned to lift Title 42 on Monday, but Friday's ruling puts that on hold for now. Lawmakers from around the state reacting, including the mayor of Yuma.
And to be frank, if there's still a state of emergency on for a pandemic nationwide, then Title 42, it's very appropriate, again, that Title 42 remains in place.
Governor Ducey and Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich are applauding that decision, while the White House says it disagrees with it and plans to appeal. New details on a story we've been following for nearly 2 weeks. ADOT now saying westbound US 60 could reopen early next week. This is, of course, after that massive water main break caused water to gush onto the freeway. These are the newest images showing the progress on concrete paving near McClintock Drive. The eastbound lanes have already reopened. In our Impact Earth report, Arizona's second largest city may forego part of its Colorado River allotment to help with the shortage at Lake Mead. The city council voting Thursday to take 20% less water from CAP. Lake Mead's surface has dropped more than 170 feet since 1983. Tracking our wildfire watch now, the U.S. Forest Service is suspending prescribed burns just months after crews lost containment on one in New Mexico, leading to that massive Hermit's Peak fire, which has become the largest fire in New Mexico's history. The Forest Service will take 90 days to review its practices to make sure they're using the best tools available to reduce wildfire risk. Tempe's streetcar is now up and running, opening service to the public for the first time yesterday. Valley Metro says there are 4 cars in service, with 2 more on the way, all of them traveling a 3-mile path through ASU with 14 stops as well as light rail connections. Rides for the first year will be completely free. All right, time to check your pantry. There's a recall of Jif peanut butter. This is after the FDA started investigating a multi-state salmonella outbreak. A total of 14 people in 12 states have reported illnesses due to the outbreak, and 24 have actually been hospitalized. The Jif peanut butter products in question have lot code numbers 1274425 through 2140425. Make sure you look.
Hey there, everyone. Tracking your most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. We're expecting a warm end to the weekend with temperatures starting off around 70 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then those temperatures climbing to near 90 by midday. And we're calling for a high of 97 degrees here in the valley under the sun, under mostly sunny skies. Air quality will be in that moderate count with some particle pollution in the morning and ozone in the afternoon. UV index this time of year getting higher and higher. Burn time now 15 minutes. Temperatures elsewhere across state 48 tomorrow, up to 70 in Flagstaff, mid-70s up in the high country and along the rim, 80s there in Gila County, and mid-90s from essentially Pinal County to the valley into the west as well. Here's your 7-day forecast. Temperatures here in the valley remaining in the mid-90s through Monday, back to triple digits beginning Tuesday and hotter starting Wednesday onward with highs as high as 106 Thursday and Friday. And then up in the high country, we're talking about breezy to windy conditions later next week with highs in the 70s and 80s eventually by Thursday and lows still on the cooler side. But here in the valley, we're seeing the 90s for a couple of days and back to the triple digits beginning on Tuesday.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.